All right, good. So, Peasant, good morning again. I hope that we have made it successfully out of this grace. Have a good name, but not a good character. And I understand that Grace is now a hurricane. Can you imagine? Grace is now a hurricane, and I'm sorry for persons who will be facing it, but I'm just happy that it has left our shores. Also, I think that the authorities did not inform the country in a timely manner that this thing would be passing directly over us. I all along the information that I thought I heard was that all right, it's going to pass affect Haiti and pass north of us, and so the northern part of our island is Portland, St. Mary, Trelawney, that pass north of us and go between we and Cuba and go wherever it want to go. Is on the morning of the storm, I am getting further knowledge that this thing will be passing right over Jamaica from St. Thomas and Portland straight down to Hanover and Westmoreland. So, I don't know how prepared most Jamaicans were. Thank God, it's now, that's now left us. It has left us with some challenges. So that, like how I'm saying that even though Boys Town still have some challenges with water and electricity and connectivity, but that too will pass. That too will pass. All right. In our last session, we spoke about a lot of things, and we actually had started to look at some of the competencies in terms of the merchandise products. And I indicated by WhatsApp that the main objective for today is that at the completion of the training, today's training, we must complete Unit 1 and Unit 2, get a good understanding of it, and we must identify two groups. However, the concept of two groups will be based on the number of persons in the class. So Crystal having problems hearing. Crystal, do you see Crystal on the screen? Oh, Crystal, are you hearing me? Anyway, so right, so the concept of we having more than one group for presentations is basically based on the number of persons in the class. So if the number does not improve, then we are going to think about having one presentation. All right. If you're not hearing, please say that you're not hearing. I don't know, because I saw a message that Crystal was having some problems. I have sent out in the group this morning a list of possible products that you could merchandise in your exhibition. Everybody saw that?
Sir.
Oh, somebody
Yes, sir.
All right, Davian, I see that you see it. Who saw it? Who have read it?
Me too, sir.
Who is that? Who does talk to me? Oh, Tani, that's you?
Really?
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Persons, remember from the orientation when I spoke about macro screening and micro screening? Anybody remember those terms? Macro screening and micro screening. Tamaya, you're at the orientation? Yes, you were.
No, I know I wasn't at the orientation.
Oh, you weren't?
No.
All right, Romario. Romario?
Yeah.
Could you tell the group what was discussed when we spoke about macro screening and micro screening? You remember?
No. When? Tuesday?
The orientation. It was the
What?
orientation I spoke about that, man.
Huh?
About those two terms, macro screening and micro screening. Anybody remember anything that I spoke about that? People them silent. All right. I did state that with macro screening, you try to identify as many business ideas as possible, right? And you list them. Many business ideas. No idea is stupid. Then from micro screening, from that list, you start to look at the best 10 ideas based on your knowledge of these areas and maybe access to resources. And then you can screen that down to your top 3 and then your top 1. So let us say that the list of suggestions this morning, was a macro screening, the possible areas of merchandise that you could, of products that you could merchandise. So let us say that is at the macro level. Now, what the group will have to do, and personally look like is maybe one group. I don't think we can split this. So what the group now will have to do is look at that listing and then come up with the best possible idea in terms of product that you can merchandise. You know, what is best, what is easiest, what would be easiest for persons to get items together to can display and stuff. So yes. So I sometime today I want, while we are discussing, I want persons to really think about what they think would be the best area for you to do your exhibition from that listing. If persons looked at the list, you also saw other products and services, because I'm sure that the list is not exhaustive. You know, persons could come up with other ideas, but I assume, I assume that that list is a good list from which to choose one from. All right. Everyone here has looked at the list? Yeah. All right. When you look at the list, what any area jump out at you?
Yes, for me.
All right. Hold on, James. All right. Good. No problem. All right. Everyone, take 2 minutes now and look back at that list. Look, James, hold on to the one that you said jump out at you, because I want other persons to just look back at that list so that you can tell me what jump out at you, so you can we can have an idea as to what area we think persons will be zeroing on, because we may need to have a vote down the line. All right. Yeah. So do that now for me. 2 minutes. All right, so while you're looking, it's running them down, baby and toddler products, books, cameras, photographic equipment and services, computer products and services, electrical products, fashion and accessories, floor covering products and services, food and liquor, footwear products and services, furniture products, hair, beauty and cosmetic products, hardware products and services, jewelry, music, audio and video products and services, soft furnishing and fabrics, sporting products and services, toys, and of course, any other products and services. All right. Good. All right, Davian. Hold on, I want to write down something. Davian, you hearing me?
Hearing you clearly.
All right, good. That's good. All right, what jump out at you?
Okay, the first thing I saw was the ear beauty and cosmetic products.
All right. And cosmetics. All right, Tamoya, you said something I jump out at you from earlier.
That's the same one that you choose, but I'm gonna choose a different one.
All right, no problem. Which one you choosing? Which one?
Sorry, I
choosing.
didn't hear. What is it we're supposed to do? Choose one of the thing name?
Just tell us which one jump out at you. That you think this would be good to do. The display on. Yes, Tamaya, what is it now? Which one are you looking at?
Footwear products and service.
Okay. All right. Tanil. Tanil. Crystal jump off, I'm not seeing Crystal anymore. I'm not hearing Tanil either. Tanil, can you hear me? Not hearing her. All right, Romario.
Yeah, here.
Right. So which one stands out for you?
There's two. So it's a camera, photographic equipment and service, and computer products and service.
And computer. And service. All right. I'm not. Daniel, you know, I see it twice. Daniel?
Yes, sir.
All right. Which one you're looking at?
It's the food and liquor and the air
All right. Food and liquor.
and the air and beauty product.
Okay. And here. All right. All right. So 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. All right. So far, two persons are toying with the hair and beauty and cosmetics. Hair, beauty and cosmetics. One person indicate footwear products and services. One camera and photography or computer products and services. One person there. And one person said food and liquor. All right. Now, by the end of this class, it would be good for us to zero in on one area. It would be good to zero in on one area. All right, because a small group, everybody can do their own thing. That will be very difficult. And there's an aspect of this that it has to be a teamwork effort. So so what we have to do is to come up with the best possible thing that we think we know about, or we can contribute to, or we can provide resources for it, because you will have to be providing the resources for it. That is why today we need to know what we're working on. All right, good. Now let's get back to the class. So last week we actually started looking at the first unit, which was merchandise products, and we spoke about what are some of the competencies that a merchandiser need to have. We looked at a particular company that had placed an ad for potential merchandisers to work with them, and we looked at what were some of the competencies that company were looking for, which we said it could easily generalize it, you know. Rainforest and seafood, though, they would factor a lot with unit 2, which is fresh and frozen foods, right? If you look, I sent some some information today on safety, workplace safety, and hazards analysis, critical point. That has a lot to do with, you know, those fresh and frozen products, critical control points, hazard analysis, critical control points, HACCP. Right. So today we should be looking at a bit more in that. The good thing is that at any point in time, we can just look back at some of the information that was sent this morning, and we'll have a dialogue on that. All right, so we had looked at place and arrange merchandise. We had looked at prepare display labels and tickets. Place, arrange, and display price, tickets, and labels, because these are some basic general things that merchandisers must do. All right, and we said that whatever labels that we're doing, it must be clear, it must be legible, right? So so it means that persons should find it easy, potential customers should find it easy to read. Should be, should be clear. When you can't hear when you have some persons that they speak very fast. I'm not experiencing that with this group, though. They speak very fast, and you may have to ask them to repeat many times, right? So it means that they're not really audible. So if you find it difficult to read something, it is what? Illegible. So merchandisers have to ensure that if they are writing the information that they intend to communicate to the public, it should be in a legible manner. If not, then they're going to get it typed and printed so that it's clearer. All right. Maintain displays. We can look at it in two ways. When you when you do like a sales promotion, and you set up a display. Some displays last for a day, some for a week, some for a little longer. Depends on the nature of the display and stuff. But apart from that, normal products for everyday sale that are on the shelves have to be considered as a display just the same. So if you are responsible to ensure that the area that you take care of, it must be maintained. You know, so don't just think about it in a box to say it's like you have a promotion and exhibition and you're maintaining that. You understand? It is more than that, because that's just a part of your job. So special promotion areas are reset and dismantled. Special reset and dismantled. Reset meaning what? It means that from time to time, you're either fixing it so that it looks brand new, or you're tweaking some things, or you dismantle it and reset it. You know, it just depends on what is required. Supervisor is assisted in the selection of merchandise for display. What is this saying to you as a merchandiser? This one, supervisor is assisted in the selection of merchandise and display. What's the first thing that jumps out at you? It starts with T. Hello, people? Hello?
Sir.
Good, sir.
Sir.
T?
No, T. T as in toy. So,
Trend.
trend? No, sir. I said, look at
I
it now.
said trend.
Oh, trend. No, that's not the word I'm looking for. The word I'm really looking for is teamwork. Because if you assist someone, let's think about it. If you assist someone to do something, that's teamwork. That's
Yeah.
teamwork. So, you know, you have a part of the whole operations there. Merchandise is arranged as directed. So you must be able to can follow instructions. This is how we want our thing to look and make it look like that. And according to layout specifications. Specifications meaning that you're working from something. Something is established already, and you just ensure that you follow that guideline. And load bearing capacity of fixtures. Load bearing. So it means that the fixtures that you set up for your exhibition, it must have a limit to the amount of things that it can hold and the amount of weight that it can hold. Must have a limit. So you should be aware of that and ensure that you avoid, you know, any negative outcomes, catastrophe there. Unsuitable or outdated displays are identified. You see, something is wrong here. You see, are displays. You're looking at it, people?
Sorry.
Yeah, so you can just take a pen or so and just scratch the word R. Oh no, oh, it's not hard copy you have, no, people, so forget that. Just think about it. Unsuitable or obsolete displays are identified, reset, and removed as directed. So whatever is best for that display, that's what you're going to do. So naturally, things that are unsuitable and outdated, you're going to remove those. You're going to replenish it if that is what is needed with fresh stock, or you're just going to scrap it. I don't put back those. You know, display areas are maintained in a clean and tidy manner. Always remember that appearance for displays is paramount, most important. So tidiness, a lot of times I see some merchandisers walking up and down the supermarket. You see them have a little duster thing. Sometimes they walk with it in their back pocket. Push it in them belt with some feathers. You ever see them with that?
Seen them.
Yeah, man. Because that is what is required for the type of merchandise that they are dealing with. But maybe a different type of merchandise need a rug or something. Maybe a different type of merchandise need a vacuum. So, you know, just depends. But at the end of the day, the display should be neat and tidy and clean. All right. Excess packaging is removed from display area. You don't want clot. You want to avoid clot. When you have clot, it gets confusing. It gets confusing. If you have a room and everything is in that room, it's a confusing room. But sometimes we cannot help it. Right? But in the display, we can help it. So we have to ensure that we avoid overpopulation of things, packaging and all of that. The last area here, the last competence that the merchandiser need to have with merchandising products is how to protect your merchandise. You have a duty of care. That's a responsibility to listen. The word duty of care. The word duty of care. If you're a motorist, if you drive, and anybody here drive? Anybody is a motorist? Who?
I don't have any car at the moment.
But you drive still. All right, good. So listen now, Daniel, you know, say you're back against the wall now, you know. All right, so you're driving this morning, and while you're driving, you see a ball. You see a ball run across the road. What is the next thing you expect to see? Eh? What daily? You see a ball run across, a ball. What is the next thing you expect to see?
They're running out.
Somebody, a child or somebody running out, don't it?
Yes.
Right. So listen out daily and company, everybody else now. If you pay no attention to that ball and you drive a boom, and you let down a child or hit down a person, God forbid they die or they mash up by their son. You see, when they go in front of the judge and you say you never saw the person and stuff, but the court is going to say, but you got a warning. The warning was the ball. Because especially little children, they're not thinking about the danger of an oncoming vehicle maybe coming. They're thinking about retrieving that ball. So therefore, you as a motorist, a licensed driver, you have what is known as a duty of care to be aware that somebody can be following that ball. Just as though it is a criminal offense that if rain is falling and someone is walking on the sidewalk, for you to splash them. Because you have a duty of care not to splash them. A lot of times, most motorists only remember their duty of care when them see them coming fast and them see the person take up a big stone. Yeah. All right. So therefore, with this competence of protecting the merchandise, you need to know that as a merchandiser, you have a duty of care to ensure that the merchandise remains in the best possible shape and form that it should be. Right? So what are the criteria now, the performance criteria now? Correct handling and storage and display techniques are utilized according to stock characteristics and industrial codes. So as we said, different products require different handling. All right. and different products require different care of how you deal with them. And some of them are given by the manufacturer, and some by the company that you work for will tell you how they want the products to be handled. Methods of cleaning cleaning. Methods of cleaning and protecting merchandise are appropriate and consistent with policy and procedures. So yes, these things have to be taught, and you have to learn them fast, and you have to carry out your duties in a professional manner, orderly and professional manner. So at all point in time, you must be a professional. We use this word loosely though. Anybody can tell me who is a professional?
Professional is someone that is trained in a particular area.
All right, that sounds good. That sounds like it can go on camera. They're trained. You see, that's a key word there, you know. Trained. All right. So yes, I would say that because you know, just first time the traditional meaning of profession, talking about doctors, nurses, teachers, lawyers, engineers, but you know, the concept of a profession is now seen in a much wider sense. So therefore, HARCHUS assumes that basically all our training areas are professional areas. So at Boys Town, where we do the hospitality, we major in the hospitality skills training, you know, but we do other things also. But so when you look at the food preparation and the housekeeping and the food, they're seen as professional areas. And it means that someone having gone through a period of training, theoretically and practically, in a specific area is expected that when they are employed, whether self-employed or working with a company, when they are employed in that specific area, they're expected to carry out their duties in a manner that is meeting industry standards. They are expected to have good human relations skills, interact well with superiors, the supervisors, with peers, and with subordinates. They're expected to show respect for all who they come across. They're expected to communicate well, and most of all, they're expected to have a good knowledge of their job responsibility. Okay, so when you do that, you're showing a high level of professionalism. So in terms of cleaning and protecting the merchandise, appropriate and consistent with policies and procedures, that is doing it in a professional way. Any questions? Because we're going to jump across to Unit 2 like from last week. I must say this to you though, and I don't know if you're getting the information delayed. I'm not sure if you're getting it delayed, but as I said, this is a new norm for the online. Online is the new norm. I'm more of an old school person, so I'm used to getting response, just like that, face to face, and we're talking, and we have a vibes, and I get the response just like that. It feels kind of funny sometimes, like when I ask a question and there's a dead silence, but maybe, I don't know, maybe it's delayed. I'm not sure. How do you feel about the information for Unit 1 though? is it kind of clear cut? Understandable? Anything? Any area there that anyone had any concerns on?
Well, everything is okay so far. I could probably just run over it again in my own time and I'll
Of
be good.
course. Yes, you have to. You have to. Douglas, is there a delay in when we talk? Like,
Right away.
are you hear us? You heard my response same time as you finish?
Right.
Oh, okay. Good. 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 All right. All right. Hold on now. Since we're looking at the unit one, that's the same. I want you, could everyone look at the topic of the underpinning knowledge and skills? If you have located that information, just respond to me and let me know. Underpinning knowledge and skills. Same unit one. Just scroll down.
That's the second one.
No, man. It's you're
Page
just,
1.
you're just scrolling down. I think that's a page 4. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's where it's at. That's where I see it.
Underpinning knowledge and skills.
Right.
Tamaya, you find that?
Opinion. I'm looking for it.
Yeah, man. Just go down a little bit.
Critical employment.
Where is it? No. Critical employability skills is way at the back, man. So you need to go up a little bit then.
No need to go down.
Go down?
Yeah. On my on the thing that you send me, I need to go
Yes.
down.
Okay, no problem.
Page 4 at the right at
At
page
the
4.
at the bottom, it's number 3.
Right.
Underpinning knowledge and skills.
Yes, I find it.
All
That's
right.
page 13.
Oh,
For me, page 13, it's a page 13.
yeah.
Yeah,
And at the top, it's a merchandising products.
it's a,
Merchandise products. You sure?
it's a unpinning knowledge and skill. Right up here, so it's a
Underpinning.
build relationship with customers and suppliers.
Yes, sir.
I can screenshot it and send it to you.
No, don't don't screenshot and send it to me because that's not there. I want it to look. Listen, remember, we still on unit 1. All right.
But it's a, right here. It's a 3, and then down here it's a 4. Resource implication. I don't know if it's the right thing I'm looking at, but that is the one that I saw. I see unpinning knowledge and skills.
Hey, what's the first thing? What's the first something that them say? You should see knowledge of merchandising, ticketing, and pricing of stock. Or that it should have say.
All right, let me look.
I think maybe we should go back from the top.
Yeah, maybe that it should have. Tanil, how you stay? You find it? Tanil? I pray for the day when the technology is so great that
See, I saw a next one too. It say underpinning knowledge and skill. This one say operate advanced spreadsheet application.
I'm sorry, one of the class members talking to me. Just called me a while ago. Richards. Good morning, Mr. Dixon here from Boys Town. I'm supposed to be an instructor for the retail merchandising course. Oh, I'm saying Mr. Dixon from Boys Town. Yes, Richards. And I've been sending out a lot of info. Say it again.
Okay. Merchandise product.
Oh my God. Yeah, right. No problem. No problem. We're taping the class though. We're taping the class, and the recording will be posted. Will be sent to the email. Your email. So
Maybe at this one.
well, we're forming a group today. You have to be a part of that group, and because we going to identify the area, the type of products that will be merchandised, the practical, and we're basically going through the units. We're completing unit 1 now, and we intend to complete unit 2. Are you close to being home? You soon reach home? Oh, all right. But I'm just giving you a heads up though. No, man, based on the number in the class, it look like it's one group, so everybody will be in the one group. All right, all the best. Take care and keep safe, and when you reach home, yeah, right, no problem. Cool. All right, I'm back with your class. So,
Sir, Mr. Dixon,
yes.
it said merchandise product, right? Where
The merchandise product.
underpinning.
Yeah, man, I say it's a merchandising, ticketing, and pricing of stock. That's the first one.
Fine. Yes, I find
Find it
it.
now.
Yes.
All right, good. Romario?
I'm here.
Romario, you sure you're here? Because you're not communicating, you're not talking a lot to the veteran. All right, so you are at that page,
Yes,
with the
I'm on it.
underpinning knowledge
Yeah, man.
and skills.
Mm-hmm.
And Romario?
Yes, I'm on it.
Sir, which page?
You don't like this internet thing, you know.
4.
Moncrief?
Yes. Not hearing me?
Hello? Anyway,
Hearing me?
let us look at it now. Listen, you know. Class, you see underpinning knowledge and skills. It is saying that the person in this training is expected to have a knowledge and possess the following skills. So when Mr. Dixon is writing a test paper, it will be based on the underpinning knowledge, right? So it is based on the assumption that you, because you're the merchandiser, you're the trainee, will have knowledge of merchandising, ticketing, and pricing of stock. Right? So if I ask any question along that line, you should be able to can relate and provide a good answer for it. Right? You should have knowledge to correct storage of stock. All right. Correct storage of stock. Knowledge of correct storage of stock. You should know how to store your stock, because different stock will require different type of storage. Some storage is dry storage. Some storage is cold storage. Right? Some is freezer. Some is chill. So it just depends. Right? So you should have that knowledge, right, as to what is required. You should understand the principles of displays, right? How are things displayed? How should they be maintained? Stuff like that. You should have knowledge of how to store promotional themes. When you talking about a promotional theme, anybody can tell me what that is? What is a theme? What is a theme? Daniel, you want to say something to me?
Sir, you said what is the theme?
Daily?
Yes, sir.
I don't know. It's just, it appears as if she's saying something, but I'm not hearing. James, you hearing me? Tamaya?
Yes, sir, I'm hearing you. Sir?
Oh God. Cameron, you hearing me?
Hear you.
I don't know what is happening here.
Sir?
Because Tamaya, it looked like you're saying something a while ago and not hearing. Satani, like she's saying something, not hearing. Cameron, are you with us? You hearing me? Romario keep chipping in and out. Oh, keep chipping in and out, but I'm hearing. Oh, you're hearing me. I wonder if that is the same thing with the other persons, because I see like Daily saying something now, but I'm not hearing anything. I'm not hearing anything. That's not good. That's not good. We detected that you connected a new audio device and recommended that you to test it to show status. Audio device, what is it? Status? I don't even know. Input volume. Speaker, microphone. Input volume. Hold on, I'm looking at something here. All right. Daily, say something to me now.
Sir?
All right. I sorted out the problem. All right. So it was something to do with the setting for microphone and all of that. Good. All right. Tamaya, you can hear me. You can say something now, please.
Yes, sir, I'm here. You hearing me?
Ooh, loud and clear. Davian, Cameron.
Hear you.
All right. Perfect. Romario, what's up? You can hear me now?
I just 4 in class.
Yes, so far, yeah. But
All right.
yes. Yeah. This is one of the things I don't like about this type of online thing too, you know, man. Trust me. All right. Anybody, what is a theme? Just say, what's a theme? When you say store promotional themes.
Or promotional teams.
Yeah, what's a theme? It's like a miniature
Like,
catch line
like,
thing.
like, to me, I'm just giving an answer. I don't know. I'm just saying something.
Of course.
For promotional team, it's like people come together as team or
Oh no, not team. That's TEAM. But this is a theme, which is like a catch line. Your major that you
for
want to
example,
communicate. Yeah.
like say you done sir, I don't know.
So if Duracell says stronger for longer, for argument's sake, it's a theme that so your
It's
promotional,
like you have a tagline for
like you have a
promoting, like
tagline or something. Yes, of course.
Caribbean Dream or Tetley or something.
Sir, it's just like when you keep a party or something like that, and the kids, you're keeping a party for a kid, and they say they want like parents frozen theme. So you know, for the decoration all that, you're gonna come with frozen, this,
Yes,
whatever.
yes. It is a major thing that you want to capture your audience with. So it's a promotional
Yes.
information that you're using, right? So therefore you must be able to can store it, right? Store it properly, because sometimes remember it's even a banner, so you're making up, and you have to know how to store it. You can't be making it over and over. So store promotional themes, including advertising, catalogs, A catalog is like a small booklet type of thing. That's one type of catalog. Right? And special offers. Special offers when you're having a promotional things and stuff. Yeah. You must have knowledge of location of display areas. Where is it best to set up a display? Which location? Right? Is it at the back? Is it at the front? Is it in the middle? Right? You must have that knowledge. Availability and use of display material. So you must know what is easier to get. If something is difficult to get, then you must be planning for it from before so you can order it and stuff. So you must have knowledge of the display materials that is required, right? Especially like you here, you have to when we come up with whatever we will be using for our exhibition, you must start thinking about that. Stock rotation and stock replenishment. So or you rotate stock. Last time we were talking about some method of how stock is rotated, like the first in, first out, and the last in, first out. But also you need to understand the whole concept of reordering point. So is it that you're using a 50% reorder or a 70%? So therefore, if it's 50%, when half of the stock gone down, you know, say the shelves, the display needs to be replenished. Is it that if 30% of the stock has been used up also, then you replenish it so it always look full? So you know, it depends on what is the thinking of the company, or they want the stock to be displayed. Merchandise range. Merchandise range mean how wide or how narrow your line of products are. You know, so if you look at like a
Sir, we are not hearing you.
or you can have some appliance companies, or you have companies that, do you know any companies that does products like motor cars, but them still the appliances and all kind of something? Who knows? They may have. Who knows? All right. But the range have to do with the depth of the thing. It can be wide or it can be a limited range. So you have
something like ATL, like how ATL
ATL would have a wide range of products.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Right. Or you have some products, when you say a narrow range, you know, they specialize in certain things. Specialize in certain things. So you can have a company that specializes in cylindrical needles. So that's all they do. But they may sell to various other companies who needs these things. But they have a narrow range of products. You know. Knowledge of scheduling for building and rotating displays. Scheduling for building. So you must have a plan. You must have a plan to know, say, all right, come September 1, we will be having a display at the National Arena. And the display will be for 2 days from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's for argument's sake, but you must have a knowledge of how you schedule your promotions. Correct manual handling techniques for protection of self and merchandise. So always remember, you know, it's most important that you protect yourself, you know. But equally important is that you protect the merchandise. Yeah, okay? But always remember, workplace health and safety. We must protect ourselves. All right. I think I sent some information. I know I sent some information on that to you. Just check your WhatsApp info. Correct storage procedures for labeling, ticketing, equipment, and materials. Use and maintenance of the manual and electronic labeling, ticketing, equipment, completing task in a set time frame. All right, sorry. Look at this one. Use and maintenance of manual and electronic labeling, ticketing, equipment. So it means that if the type of goods that are being displayed is one that requires manual labeling, where you write them up and stuff and you make some nice little charts and whatever, then that's good. If the products requires photographs that you're going to laminate, or whatever, you're going to use electronic equipment to make these labelings and stuff, then you must be knowledgeable in terms of how to use them. But of course, if this is what the company does, then the company would have some internal training where that is concerned. All right. Use and maintenance of manual and electronic labeling, ticketing equipment. So you must, if there are manuals relating to equipment, then you must become knowledgeable. Never take printed instruction and information for granted. Even when you buy a new appliance and so, always try to read the manual before you start to play around with that thing. Some people think they know it all and make some simple errors and mash up them things. You don't want that. And especially with your work, you need to ensure that you're trying your best to get it right the first time. All right? Reading and interpreting procedures and guidelines. Read and interpret. To read and interpret means you're putting meaning to what you're reading. You're putting meaning to what you're reading. Now, it is unfortunate that many persons read things and does not put the correct interpretation to what they read, and hence they do bad at times in exams. So it is very important that when you read, you try to question, what is this saying? What is this expecting me to understand? You try to put some meaning to it. And if you don't understand, then what do you need to do? Come, people, you need to respond to me fast for this one now. If you're not understanding something that you read, what is it? Ask questions. Thank you very much, James. That's all you need to do. Ask questions. And do not think that any questions are foolish. Foolish. I remember when I just started to work, and I used to go to some workshops and stuff, and I hear some presenters talking about NGOs and having partnership with NGOs, and that's it. And everybody seemed to understand what they mean by this NGO, but I never to understand what they mean by the NGO thing. And I'm saying, I feel away now for ask some people who seem quite at home. So in that case, all that I did was to Google it, and it said non-governmental organizations. but listen, no question is foolish. So if it was no, from I was there and they were talking about NGOs, and if I don't have something to look it up, all I would do is say, what do you mean? And somebody who seemed to understand, what do you mean by NGO? Because listen, at the end of the day, you're empowering yourself. Knowledge is power. So if you don't know something, you ask. All right? Good. Machine or manual preparation of labels and tickets. Yeah, this is us saying you have different methods, so you should have knowledge of how to do that. Like even for you now, we expect that some of your labels, you're going to create labels on your computer, get it printed. And some of them you may need to write them up, but you must show that you have knowledge of more than one method of doing labels and tickets. All Reading and understanding manufacturer's instructions is the same thing as how to interpret the thing, correct interpretation of it. Somebody does get kick off, you know, daily. Daily try. Oh, okay, I said that. I hope you try to reconnect. All right. So the skills, the underpinning knowledge and skills. How to unpack merchandise. So these are the things that the assessor is looking for, you know. How to unpack the merchandise, place and display merchandise, identify damaged, soil, or obsolete stock, rotate stock. Daily, you're back with us. Happy to see you. Or you prepare labels for Windows. So during your presentation, you have what would be good enough is that you have some labels and so up, but at the same time, especially like some manual labels, you can still be making some so that the assessor can see that, you know, you have knowledge of how to do these things. Prepare labels for Windows or tickets for Windows wall or floor displays. This is just telling you some different type of displays. Use and maintain electronic ticketing equipment. If this is, well, if we have them, if not, that's not going to kill you. You must have the ability to maintain a display, protect your merchandise, and ensure that the display area is maintained properly. Enough said about that. Your critical employability skills. These are the skills that's the last page on this unit. These are the skills that will ensure that your life and your experiences on your job or in the work area is much smoother than if you never have them. All right. You must be able to collect, analyze, and organize information. So you're going to do a small portfolio. I'm going to tell you what I will WhatsApp you in the group, what is required for your small portfolio on your exhibition. By doing that, it is showing me that you can do this, collect, analyze, and organize information. Communicate ideas and information. You have to be able to talk about your presentation. The person is going to be asking questions on the spot to any team member. So everybody must be intimate. Everyone must be intimate with the knowledge of that presentation, of that display. All right, because the assessor. The assessor won't ask you to identify somebody to speak on the group behalf. The assessor will be talking to anybody. Plan and organize activities, work with others and in teams. Right? These are the employability skills. Use mathematical ideas and techniques. Solve problems. Use technology. Right? So that's very important. All right, that's basically it. We will take like 2 minutes before we move on to the second unit, which is merchandise, fresh and frozen products. They need to look for that information. Merchandise, fresh and frozen products. I'm wondering though. All right, listen. I don't know how many persons are in dialogue with anybody else from the group. All right, I'm gonna just share something with you. Info. All right. Right now, well, Ramaria said it. 4 persons are presently online. When I sent out the information, these are the persons who are not online, but they saw it. Crystal Swaby. Crystal Swaby. Melida Hewlett. I think she was with us on Tuesday. Nikisha Briscoe. Sasha Gay Johnson. Right, those persons also. So I don't know. Shanique Richard, she called me a while ago. She was the person I spoke to on the phone, that she's not at home and she was unable to be with us today. And Rowan Brown, I spoke with him earlier, who is having problems with the work situation. But these other persons have to tell me what's the problem? What's the problem? Because it's a short course. That's why I'm asking you people to remain committed. It's a short
Maybe them
course.
don't have any information or something.
It is possible, Daily. I know. It is possible. So it's unfortunate though. It is so, oh God. If
Dixon, Shanique Richards live close by me.
yeah, man, she was the person who called me and told me her situation
Okay.
earlier. Oh, I am saying, if by the next class too many persons are having internet issues, we may have to use a contingency plan. What is a contingency plan, people? Another word for contingency. Huh? It's a backup plan. Yeah, so it's face to face is what I'm thinking. Yeah, it's a backup plan. A backup plan. So if and in life, you should always, when you're planning something, you should always have a contingency. So in case this does not work, I am going. So you're leaving downtown to go to Crossroad. You're leaving downtown to go to Crossroad, but along the main thoroughfare that you drive, demonstration going on and people block the road and stuff. But you need to reach the Crossroad. So you have to have some contingency route to take. So I don't know. But
Sir,
this is of concern to me, yes.
so the thing is this, I go back to work next week. So the online thing for me would be okay.
Yeah.
I don't the coming in because I go back to work next week.
No, yeah, man, but what happened now, Romaro? The good thing about the technology is, if some persons having problems getting on and stuff, and we have a face-to-face thing, I would still be online with who, like all you, let's say that. I would still be online with you while we're having the face-to-face class.
Okay, no problem. Okay.
Yeah, can remember, so the technology thing up now, it's like first time when, yeah. Yeah, can you imagine how I feel comfortable to be at home now, Romari, and doing this? You get what I'm saying? But my contingency is, if I have too many persons who have connectivity problems, then I'm willing to go to Boys and them come and have a face-to-face with me. But at the same time, we will be having the online class at the same time. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All
A
right.
person who lives far.
Yeah.
Going Portmore.
Because at first I
No,
actually
man.
would have been an evening class.
Portmore is not far to come to Boys.
Yeah, it's not far, but
It's not far.
Trelawney is far.
We
Country.
we have trainees coming from St. Thomas. And trainees coming from some place, Mavis Bank. You know them place? Yeah, you know them place? Mavis Bank.
Yeah,
Where
but I thought the course would have been an evening class. That maybe that's what the others thought. That's why they kind of out.
No, but they would have. They should have shared that information. They should have shared their concerns.
Yeah, I remember sir put it in the group,
11.
said that it's 10 o'clock in the morning.
We
So
put it in
right.
the group.
cannot,
So
yeah.
yes, I
But
don't
the
think.
flyer did say that it was a morning thing, though.
I don't think that's Romaro, all of us are adults and stuff. So I'm not even thinking about that. So is that why them can't come on? But I will try and find out. I have to do my personal investigation with these people as to why they were unable to make it.
Okay.
Right. As to why they were unable to make it today. Because anyway. Please look for the information on merchandise, fresh and frozen food products. What time is it now? Wow. And you see what I'm saying, people? 10 to 12. It's minutes to 12 already, you know. So the class, it's not like it's a long class. I just have to make a sacrifice.
May I say just 2 hours?
Yeah, make a sacrifice, man. That is why the greatest thing for us, let me tell you, people between me, the greatest thing for us is this WhatsApp group that we're a part of, because it will allow me to provide you with
Information.
Yeah, man, with information, with relevant information based on the areas. Everybody's with me now with the frozen fruits.
Yes, I find it.
I'm not seeing it. What page is that?
This is what page?
It's a 31.
It's a 30 on mine.
Oh, wait. I may be wrong. Yeah, it's 30.
Sorry, the expect you skip down far, man.
No.
I think we're
No,
going
it's
in the order.
No, I did send out the order to you. This is the order.
Yeah, maybe I didn't.
No, sir, it don't come in order.
No,
You're not
hold
going
on. No. I understand what I say. But listen now. It was not emailed in order, right?
Yes.
But I WhatsApp the units there.
Oh yeah, he did.
Oh,
in
yes,
order.
yes.
Yes. In order.
Okay,
So you have
found
to
it.
just find it. Search and find it. Merchandise, fresh and frozen food products.
It's on page 30.
Right. Right. Romario, you find it?
Yeah,
Romario?
I found it. Yeah, I found it.
All right. Good. So, fresh and frozen. So you realize now that this unit is specific to food.
Yes, sir.
Right. So you got a list recently with many areas, but this you can draw from an analogy that this is specifically relating to food. So the competencies that the merchandiser should have for this unit is 5 competencies. Prepare fresh and frozen, or fresh or frozen, any which one, food stock. Place and arrange fresh or frozen food stock. Prepare display labels and tickets. Well, that would be similar to that knowledge that would have gathered from Unit 1. Maintain fresh frozen food displays. Protect fresh and frozen food stock. Good. Now, as soon as we look at the concept of fresh and frozen food stock, one of the first things that should be in your mind, you see, is safety. Safety. Because if we are unaware of how to properly handle certain types of frozen foods and fresh foods, what can happen is that we will experience cross-contamination of the foods, where we are transferring certain viruses and bacteria from one thing to the next. And if you do that and the public consume the cross-contaminated food, people in problem. Because whenever people get sick, what is the first thing coming to their mind? No, sorry. What is the whenever people get sick, what is the second thing coming to their mind? Yeah? What?
They must sue the company.
That's the first or the second? Which one?
The second.
Alright, what's the first one?
Can I blame the food?
No, you get sick, a doctor you want to
Oh, you
reach.
go to a doctor when you get sick.
Yeah, that's the first thing.
You're not going to, not everybody's going to think about, because can I share something, sir? This young lady was staying at my house at one point, and she went to Popeyes, and she's allergic to shell food, and they were preparing something, and I guess the lady didn't take off the gloves off her hand before going into the shell food, and it got cross-contaminated in her chicken and stuff, and it caused her face to be swollen. She didn't go to no doctor. When I asked her if you're not going to the doctor, she said she got Popeyes go curse them. That is the first thing
To curse?
to say. Yes. And she said she go sue them. That is the next thing come out her mouth. I know many years she said she going
But
to the doctor.
listen to me. She going about the thing the reverse way, because there's no way she could file a lawsuit against the company without a doctor certificate, a medical thing.
Report.
You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that doesn't even make no sense.
That's the first thing she thought of.
Yeah, man, but no, yeah, for real. But as I say, that is why if you're working in the food industry as a merchandiser, one of the first thing you need is a food anglers permit. To get a food anglers permit, you see, anybody here has a food anglers permit? You have one, Daily?
I have
Cameron?
one.
You have
No,
one, Cameron?
sir.
Right.
All right, so
Yes.
Cameron, you have one, James?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Yeah, me hear you, Daily. Me hear you. And
Well,
Roma has a computer and everything them working same now. Roma, you have a food and gas permit? Not hearing him again. But anyway. So Cameron and James, who have food and gas permit, will tell you
No, sir. I don't have any, sir.
The Wi-Fi chipped out for me a while ago.
All right. James and Cameron will tell you that they had to go to the department of the Ministry of Health and whatever. And the day that they're taking a test, they have to do a test, you know. They have a 30 minutes training, something like that, a presentation where someone comes and talks to you about all of these safety measures and types of bacteria and viruses and what have you not. And then after they finish, you get the test same time, a multiple choice.
Right.
All right. Of which is the same things that they spoke about. They're asking the questions about it. So, you know, if your retention skills are good, or if you have prior knowledge of these things, you're going to ace the test and get a good score. Yeah, I did it once. Now, so as I was saying to you, if you are unaware of the safety concepts of dealing with these types of food items, and you cause a catastrophe based on contamination of certain food products, and the public become ill, the company, your company that you work for, is going to come going to come under a lot of pressure, because in most cases they're going to be facing a lot of lawsuits, right? And it will look very bad on you, and maybe you lose your job, maybe. All right. So we have to ensure that we are equipped with these knowledge, and I'm sure that during an interview session, safety questions will be a part of what the employers will be asking, the interviewers will be asking. But anyway, let's move on now. So the first one, prepare frozen food stock, and let us look at what is required there. Identify and apply the preparation and handling requirements for specific fresh or frozen food products in accordance with hygiene regulation and store procedures. That is straightforward, don't it? Where is it, Daniel?
Okay.
Yeah. Daniel, I'm not hearing you good.
Look like she had talked to somebody.
Oh. Because myself. Anyway. But this is pretty straightforward. Please be reminded, that when working for a company that deals with certain types of products, they will have their in-house training also with you, that they're going to say, this is how you need to handle our products, and you must do this at all times. And if you put on a pair of gloves and you deal with meat, and then you're going to deal with fresh vegetables, you must change your gloves and put on a new pair of gloves. And this is an industry standard. This is our company standard, right? That you must do. So yes, it's following guidelines. All right. Use food preparation tools and equipment in accordance with the approved occupational health and safety procedures. Now, a lot of times when you're doing this, especially knives, using knives, you know that every house have knives, but not everybody can use knives,
Oh. Listen,
every year, when new trainees come to Boys Town, to do food preparation, the instructor have to have, I think them call knife skills, a training. Because you see, if you don't do it, every minute training cut themselves in the lab. It's amazing how people just cut themselves in the lab. And that is dangerous. Because it can be a severe cut. It can be a severe cut. So the next thing, look at it now. Worse than the knives. You have some equipment that cut meat. Some saw. Some industrial saw. And just as though, like in some woodwork shop, you have some industrial saw that cut board. People, if you're working and cutting meat using an industrial saw, what is the first responsibility you have? Oh, there's a question mark after my last word there. Oh.
Being used, so I'm not even sure.
Huh? Say it
But
again.
they have to wear. I've never seen nobody use it before, so I don't know. They wear gloves or something.
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, they should. They should have the gloves. Sometimes I see people doing cutting meat without that, but it's not industrial standards. But the point is, if you're using these electrical equipment, the first thing that you must do during the entire time that you are carrying out this job, you have to be fully focused. You cannot allow yourself to be distracted by anything. Why is it so? Because that saw will take away your fingers or take away your hand or something. Yeah. So it is extremely important that you concentrate, you give it your full attention to what you're doing, because it's dangerous. So the knife is a simpler tool than those electrical saws and stuff, cutters. But when we are using knives to cut meat or to cut vegetables, or it can be for to make our displays and all of that, we must be fully focused on what we are doing. So your attention you must give it your full attention, so as to be as safe as possible. All right. Moving on. Clean, maintain, and store food preparation tools and equipment in accordance with store procedure and legislative requirements. Yes, you use the tools. You must ensure that they are properly cleaned and maintained and stored. So whenever you're using them again, they are clean, right? So because the safety of whatever you're using it with is extremely important. Wrap or package fresh or frozen food products in accordance with store procedures and legislative requirement. You know that things that these type of fresh and frozen foods, they're usually best preserved when they cling wrap them and stuff. You know that, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So there's a procedure for doing them. I know that they have some machines that goes the cling wrap into, suck out all the air. I know that when you pull all the air from it, it is able to last much longer. And a lot of times we lose a lot of fresh products in our refrigerator, the chill part of our refrigerator, because we don't wrap them properly. Right? We don't wrap. And that was why Ziploc
bag.
Yes, Ziploc bags. Became so popular, you know. Became so popular, you know, to keep the things in a more fresh situation. All right, let's just look at the second competence. Place and arrange the food items. All right, so how we're going to do this? It's a procedure. Unpack food stock in accordance with food hygiene. So always remember that you must wash your hands and you use gloves and so forth. Handling requirements and store procedures. Always know the guidelines of the company. If you do that and you follow those guidelines, it means that you're acting in a professional manner. Remember we spoke about that concept of professionalism earlier this morning?
Right.
Then you check food products for freshness and place in the display or on the display units in specified location. Okay, listen, you have to check for freshness. You can't display things that burn up and not looking good. You know that coal can burn things just like heat.
No.
What? What? Why you think? You see? In some countries, persons get what is known as frostbite. And the easiest places to get frostbite on your body.
The fingers.
No. Yeah. Your fingers, I guess, but your ear lobe, your nose,
burn. Your nose burn, yeah.
Yeah, the nose, and I guess the fingers for true, because a lot of blood don't reach those areas like other parts of your body, so they get burned by the cold, and that is why dry ice. When I was much smaller, we used to say all of the Fojo man them with dry ice, and we don't even see them so much anymore. But dry ice, it burns. And the reason that it burns is that it is so cold. It's cold, you know? Right, and it burns. So so you're displaying products, fresh and or frozen products. You have to ensure that all of them fresh. That all of them looks fresh. The appearance looks fresh, right? So it must be appealing to the eyes when the potential customers view them. Rotate food stock in accordance with shelf life. So most food items have a expiry time period. So the fresh and frozen products are no less. Well, I guess they have shorter shelf life than the tin things and stuff, the tin products and stuff, right? You know, interestingly though, you know what I know? What is happening here? You see companies that a lot of companies that have have an expiry date on them products. You see, it does not mean that as that date comes, the product is bad, you know.
No, it's still good.
It is still good. I have spoken to merchandise, to sales reps from pharmaceutical companies, and they will tell you that especially like cold medicines and stuff, and the tablets them, that a lot of times when they have it on the shelf and it is close to the expiry date, they send back the merchandisers and pull them from the shelves, carry them back to the company and relabel them. Because they know that the product is far from being ineffective. But based on legal legislative requirements, they have to just put a certain time frame on it for expiry. But based on certain types of products, when that date arrive, the product is far from being defective or ineffective. But I guess some products, when it reach expiry date, it does expire. I think like milk products too. I think milk products, the texture and so will change after the expiry date and stuff. But they have some products that far from that. Identified damaged, deteriorated, spoiled, or out of date stock, and take corrective action in accordance with store procedure, health, and hygiene requirements. These ones are straightforward. So you must always be looking for these things. Always be looking to try to identify these things so you can correct them, pull them. Display and store fresh or frozen products to avoid cross-contamination. So like you can't put fresh meat beside vegetable, raw meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have cross-contamination, or you can be beside butter. And you cannot put raw things beside things that are ready to eat. So a lot of people do this at home, you know. I'm gonna tell you this. Them have the chicken or the beef in the freezer part of the fridge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that stone me at you now, and if you get licked, just say you get licked. Say, ow, ouch. So now they're using the chicken tomorrow. So you know what they do? They take it out of the freezer today and put it in the chill part of the fridge. So that it's actually start the thawing out process. Now, in the chill part of the fridge, have fruits, cantaloupe, cabbage, all of these type of things. Nobody now say, ouch yet, no? No, sir, what is?
I don't do that.
At Jamaica, already? Oh, well, that's okay. Good. Good daily. James, you get ouch?
No, it's me. Say I don't do that.
Oh, good, James. Daily? Ouch. Cameron? Man, people, you know, man, yeah, man do them thing them most of the time. All right, but we do it at times, but we're not supposed to do it. We're not supposed to do it. We're supposed to when we're like we're using the like we're using the chicken in the morning. What we need to do, take it out in the morning, and we're supposed to put it in the sink and turn on the running water on it and tie it out. Or we can catch it, put a basin and put it in the basin with some water and tie it out and stuff. They in HACCP though, they say we're not supposed to wash raw meat.
Why?
When packaging. I guess I don't know, because if we wash it and the sink that we're using it, we sanitize the sink after. I'm not sure. Maybe we have to do a little bit more investigation like that. Why we should not wash raw meat. Google it when we come out of class, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Display that. All right. So let us move to, we're wrapping up this 5 today now. We can't afford for it. Not cover this. Prepare display labels and ticketing and tickets. So this is wonderful. This is what we covered before. Prepared for window walls and floor displays. But can we do window display for fresh and frozen products? Well, depends on what we're setting up, but most frozen products display are usually around the area where we have the equipment to display them in, don't it? Yeah, but the important thing is preparing the type of labels or the tickets for the display. Stock date code as required. All right, stock is date code. Stock is date code. Oh, the stock, which is a product, is date code, meaning that you need to state when it was put out there and the suggested expiry time. All right. Identify. Okay, look here. You know what does this a lot? The stock date, like all the box drinks and the box milk, them and coconut water and stuff. Don't when you buy these things, like you're going to the supermarket, that's the first thing you're looking for. The date.
Yeah, look if it's already expired.
Yes. And look how far the expiry date is from the date that you're buying it.
Right.
Especially our coconut water. And the milk products and so, yeah, man. Yeah, so that's what they're talking about, the start date. Identify spoil, damage, illegible. So we're talking about illegible now, hard to read. Or incorrect labels, or spelling wrong or incorrect information on it also. You have to identify that and correct it or pull it. All right, next one. Next competence. Maintain fresh or frozen food displays. Reset and dismantle special promotional areas as required. So, you know, if the promotion is ongoing for like a longer period, you have to reset it, meaning you're changing the products that were displayed because you want them to look fresh and looking good on a consistent basis. If the promotion is over, then you dismantle it. Right, you put it down. Arrange face up as directed. Face up meaning how you're placing the product for persons to view it. All right, because people want to get the best view of the commodity. Arrange face up as directed. Fresh or frozen products in accordance with layout specifications. I don't know what to mean there. Always remember, always use the required the suggested weight, because you don't want to overcrowd our fixtures with more weight than it can bear, and then the thing tear down and everybody look embarrassed and stuff. You don't want that. You want to look as if you know what you're doing, and the capacity, how much it can hold. Identify unsuitable or out of date displays and reset, remove as directed. So straightforward there. Maintain display areas in a clean and tidy manner. So you realize that these concepts, we already have been introduced to them from Unit 1. I
realize that they're similar.
Yeah, man, because it can't change. The concept have to remain the same. It's just that you have some tweaking based on the specific unit that we're looking Act. All right. Let us look at number 5. How to protect the fresh and frozen food. Identify correct handling, storage, and display techniques, and comply with stock characteristics. All right. Write this down. Write this down. I wanted to research what is meant by stock characteristics. If you look for it and it tell you about stocks and shares, if Google tell you about stocks and shares, they look for product characteristics or characteristics of a product. Because the next class, you're going to have to tell me about that. You write on that, people?
Sir, can you repeat, please?
All right. I wanted to research what is meant by stock characteristics.
Oh, stock.
Stock, yeah, man. But I'm saying to you from now, do not come here to class the next time and say, sir, when I look it up, it's about stock and shares and ordinary shares and preference shares and all kind of stuff. No. If that is what is coming up, then you change the word stock to products, characteristics of a product or something. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, man. Use, all right, here goes. Use and change gloves and other food handling implements in accordance with health and safety legislative requirement and store procedures. So the gloves thing is very important. If you're handling food, because the gloves, if you touch this and you touch it and you touch the surface, that's why you have to clean and maintain as you work, you know. The area that you're preparing the things for display, as you finish using it, you sanitize, clean and sanitize. And when you work with a particular type of product and you change into another type of product, you need to change your gloves, wash your hands, and ensure that and sanitize the area that you're going to be using the next type of product so that there's no cross-contamination there. Identify fragile or expensive stock and handle with extra care to prevent damage and deterioration. Can you identify any example of fragile and expensive stock? Any example? Fresh and frozen foods.
Sir, come again, sir.
No, I'm saying identify fragile or expensive stock and handle with extra care. Give me a Jamaican term for extra care. Kid gloves. So I say handle with kid gloves. You know that term?
No, sir, first may I hear that.
First thing.
No, sir. Anyways, let's move along. I don't want to give away my age here, you know, but listen though. Can we identify? This is it though. Can we identify any fragile products like that? Fragile and they may be expensive because if they're fragile, then maybe they're expensive. Fragile or expensive products.
Like glass.
No, man, we want fresh and frozen products.
Oh,
fresh.
fresh.
Maybe eggs.
True.
Yeah,
eggs are fragile, you know.
Very.
Yeah. Anything else? I don't know. I'm not sure.
Fragile.
Or something because it's expensive. You have to ensure.
Honey.
No, sir. I'm not seeing that one kind of thing.
Maybe she'll worry about the glass bottle being
well, if anything that is
jam.
The jam.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you kind of really want to break, don't it?
Yeah.
You have to handle with care. All right, think about it though. Maybe by our next class, maybe by that time, maybe able to can identify one or two more. But yeah, it's the last thing. Identify and maintain correct temperatures for product or the range for product or range. In when I say range, I mean different types of product. Remember we spoke about that product range. You have wide product range. You have narrow or limited product range. In accordance with health and hygiene legislative, in accordance with health and hygiene protocol. So therefore, we're saying that frozen products must be refrigerated. Fresh products must keep chilled. So give me some example of fresh products.
Fresh products. You know, so I never hear the question. I only hear about fresh products.
Like milk? I don't know.
All right. I was saying.
Can milk be one?
I was saying frozen products must be refrigerated. Mean that, but refrigerated can be ambiguous, and I mean, it can have more than one meaning, and that's the fresh products. Frozen products must be refrigerated. I could say fresh frozen products must be placed in a freezer.
Yes.
Don't it?
Yes, sir.
And fresh products must be placed in a chiller. Must be chilled.
Right.
Because that is why our domestic refrigerator has two areas. It have the freezer part and it have the chiller part. So all of us are in the supermarket now. Put yourself in a supermarket, people, whichever one you feel comfortable with. And now that you're in the supermarket, you're going to identify some. Hold on, wait. Romario.
I can come on.
Seems so like him there Westmoreland now. I'm so far.
No man, me I listen.
It's so far, bad man. All right, listen, people. Now that Romario, are you in the supermarket, sir?
Huh?
Are you in the supermarket now?
No.
You see it? You weren't listening then. Because I tell everybody that everyone is now in the supermarket. Whichever one of you guys. Eh? No, stand up in a supermarket. All right. So now I wanted to go around where those products are, where the refrigerator is located. So remember, do not go where the freezers are. Because the freezers have things like what? Chicken and ham and bacon and sausages and stuff. You see, don't you see that in the supermarket now? You're looking at it?
Right.
All right, good. I want a daily alone and see Safari and everybody else. I must have some corner shop when I ain't having
No, we have to.
Sir, it's Elizabeth there now.
All right. So go on to where the chiller. The chiller is located now. What are the products that you see in it?
I see milk.
All right, I see. That daily see milk. Somebody else.
Yogurt.
Cameron, you see the milk?
Yes.
All right, Cameron see milk. Daily, what you see? That's good. Connect and show daily. Daily. Okay. All right, James, Tamaya, what you see?
Yeah. I say yogurt.
Oh, good. So milk and yogurt. I don't want no more dairy product, people. No, you can't give me dairy product, actually. But all right, go on.
I see vegetables in there as well.
You see vegetables. What I know.
Fruits.
Wait.
Grapes.
Yeah, that's true. We see eggs.
Yes.
And
butter.
we see.
I see juice.
And we see butter and yes, you get the point.
Juice. They have the big bucket of orange juice.
Right.
You sure? And them start put on some box drinks over there.
Yes,
Yeah.
man, I'm in Troposphere. I'm seeing it all.
Alright, so you get the gist. So this is what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. What we have to do is, to the best of our abilities, to try to relate to real life situations. And I'm sure that whenever you go into the supermarket, you'll be looking at things in a different manner than how you were before we have been exposed to this type of information and stuff. You're going to be looking at the shelves and see the people then pack them thing, and shelves are packed good and shelves are look raga and not going for. See, before all that, when we go into the supermarket, all we're going there for is to satisfy a need. So therefore, if we want corned beef, and we have a particular brand that we like, we want to know, so we find a brand there, you know. We find it where the corned beef is located, and we find a brand where we want. We just pick up a corned beef and head to cashier. But now I wanted to take a little time and look and see how the things are displayed, and see if there's any weaknesses or any strengths. The next time we talk, I'm gonna ask feedback on these things. All right. All right. What time now? Oh God, minutes after 12. I'm really happy that that you people are able to complete the class today. Do you think that we should identify the thing now with 4 persons, or we should identify the area with within the group that we're going to choose? Because I think we're going to boil on to a vote, and I'm going to ask that we do this in a very mature manner, meaning that whenever we have choice, people would like it to be the choice that they came up with, but we have to respect the more popular vote. So in the event that an area is chosen that wasn't one that you had suggested, you need to ensure that as a member of the team, you give it your all and you make your contribution and you make this thing successful. Is that clear, people? I'll be saying it in the WhatsApp group also.
Yes, very clear.
Yes, sir.
Right. So what's the latest that you think we should identify the thing? Because personally, I wanted to do it today. So I think by today's one. Today. Yo, by maybe later, you know. What do you think? Because yeah, by later, because and what it will allow you to do, because then the group, you people can communicate with each other now and start to flesh out some things. Because the information, because come Tuesday, we want to produce visual merchandising signs and prepare products for display merchandising. We want to complete those 2 units come Tuesday. But when we identify what area of products we will be merchandising, then immediately we can start thinking about these things. You can read ahead, and I'll be sending out tips because I know exactly what you're working at now. Sending out tips to you so you can start putting things together and just communicate amongst each other and start. And I will be giving you a guideline for the portfolio that you'll be putting together. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man. All right. So as usual, it's a joy to interact with the team, and have a good weekend. And I'll talk to you officially on Tuesday. And of course, we will talk unofficially through the group.
Okay, sir.
All right, cool.
Sir.
Have a nice day.
Thank you, and same to you.
Thanks.
Yeah, man. All right, let me stop the recording now. Stop.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye.